Well, the infighting clearly out in the open. Shimon Ray was able to capture that on camera as Narendra Batra came out and interrupted his interview with the AIFF member when Shimon was asking him as to why they were not allowed to vote. Let me go across to Shimon Ray, who got us that bit of information. Shimon, first of all, help us understand that if AIFF did send change names, as this person was mentioning over there 5 days ago, why weren't the requisite changes made? Is 5 days less of time for the formulation of the names in the list of people who can vote?
Not at all. In fact, 12 hours is good enough because there is a provision. And apart from the Football Federation, the Kho-Kho Federation and another federation also do not, they are not given the right to vote. It is a question to be asked of whether these federations, which are initially allowed and finally not, they were in the Electoral College and not finally allowed, is it because they are going to vote against the candidate? These are some of the questions. Apart from that, I just want to give you an information that V.K. Malhotra, who is the outgoing acting IOA president, V.K. Malhotra, he has confirmed that both Abhay Singh Chautala and Lalit Bhanot did not cast their vote. So which means the only members of the IOA can vote for this election. So which means effectively Abhay Singh Chautala and Lalit Bhanot are no longer part of the IOA. Having said that, I also asked V.K. Malhotra whether he knows, as the acting IOA president, whether he knows that Ramachandran, who is going to be the elected the president for IOA, whether he knows that a case is pending against him in Delhi High Court, and the hearing of which is on February 21st. He said that we do not know. Most of the IOA members do not know. He personally doesn't know. So it is a question to be asked whether Ramachandran had declared everything, all his cases against, because if there is a charge sheet or charge frame by any court, though it is not a charge sheet or charge frame at this stage, but on 21st, if the hearing comes and Delhi High Court charge frames and charge sheets him, and he is already the president, this will invoke another ban or another suspension from the IOC.
And that's a very serious matter there, Shubhan, that you're pointing out. Also at today's voting, the infighting, as you were telling us, is out in the open. Let's once again listen to your interview with Hardev Jadeja, the treasurer of AIFF, and how he was interrupted by Narendra Batra.
Okay. Now, if you're not allowed to vote, then this election in some way is not real. Then the representative of the various federations are not able to vote.
I just checked up their records, and I was told that golf and billiards, they are the two other federations who have not been given the entry today. For what reasons they have not been given, we don't know. But our entry was genuine and our names have been registered. Only thing, there was a change of name because Mr. Kushal Das, the General Secretary, who has not been keeping well since 20th of December, his name was deleted and my name was suggested 5 days ago.
But that information reached
Yes, it has reached, and then they wanted a signature of both the President and Secretary to be on the original paper, which was not possible because, as I said, the Secretary has been ill since 20th of December.
Is it
Football did not send the documents properly. The documents, names were to be signed by President and Secretary General. They did not do it. If they don't work properly, we cannot be held responsible. They should understand to work properly in their own office.
With us is the IOA outgoing.
I am involved with the election. I just came out because somebody was misinforming you. So I thought, let me come and correct. No, I'm sorry. No, you have not delivered them. The judges have rejected it. We have not rejected it.
No, sir, one last question. So this is between the IOA bickering is still going on. The Electoral College is still, we do not know whether who is there, and the All India Football Federation, the treasurer and two other members were not allowed to vote because as per the IOA, they are not eligible to vote.
All right, Shimon Ray is still with us. Boria Majumdar is also now joining us. Boria, let me get in a quick word from you. Is the credibility of the voting that is going on today now under cloud, with AIFF saying that they were not allowed to vote, even though they had informed IOA well in time about the changes in the names of people who will vote?
Maha, let me first point out a very factual thing, and it's a personal thing. I was hearing Shuman's interview there with the AIFF treasurer, and I also hearing Narendra Batra come in and stop the interview. The AIFF treasurer made a point that Kushal Das, the general secretary, has been ill from 20th December, and very categorically mentioned the point. I hope you heard, 20th December is when the general secretary has been seriously ill. Personally, Kushal Das was in Calcutta with me at a program on 22nd December. He was in Nepal with me on 20th and 21st December. He was very much in Calcutta on 23rd December for a football FIFA World Cup function. It's a personal thing, and it was televised on headlines today. Shuman Ray was with me in Nepal. Ask him. Kushal Das was with us in Nepal on 20th and 21st December. He came to us with us in Kolkata on 22nd, was very much present in Kolkata on 22nd and 23rd. What on earth is going on in Indian sport? I don't understand. I mean, this internal bickering is exactly what, and this sort of maladministration, administrative inefficiency and corruption has cost our athletes dear. There was no Indian flag in Sochi. This has resulted in the suspension in 2012. It seems to continue and continue for 14 months. It's a national shame, for heaven's sake, and all of our administrators need to understand that.
Well, these elections are very crucial because remember, India has already suspended the players at Sochi are already not playing under the Indian flag, and this kind of open bickering now that we are seeing, which Shuman Ray was able to capture on his camera quite clearly, not just embarrasses the association but is hugely dangerous for Indian sports and for India at large. Taking a very quick break now. Shuman and Boria, both of you, many thanks for joining us.